Hello, happy Thursday. Welcome to your next episode of With Purpose. My name is Ben Hutton, and of course, this is the podcast where we learn a little bit of something together, and then we think about how to apply that in our life so that we can lead well and we can live our life with purpose. Today, we are talking about solid core doors. So right now, we are currently constructing an apartment complex. And an interesting choice that we've made on this particular apartment complex is that we've spent just a tad bit more money to make all of the doors solid. Now, traditionally in apartments like the ones we're building, all of those doors would be hollow core doors. And that's because they're cheaper. Apartments are pretty skinny projects and there's not a lot of money to go around if they're going to work financially. And so people look for ways to trim the dollars out of the budget. But on this particular one, we made a few decisions that are out of the ordinary for good reason, though. We made those decisions because how they make our potential customers, the people that will lease these apartments, feel. These solid core doors, when you open and close them, just communicate something slightly different. And I think that you see this actually play out all across businesses in cities, all across our communities all the time. And we subconsciously are using these signals to make judgments about people and organizations or projects or just things happening around us. Are you tracking with me? Do you get what I'm saying? Let's think about a couple of examples. We put a lot of pride into making sure that we have nice looking trucks and that we keep them clean so that when we show up on a job site, our customers see us driving around town, we present ourselves well. It makes us look professional. When I visit another city, if I see a lot of tower cranes in the air, or if I see that they are making an investment in a new performing arts facility, what that communicates to me about that city is that is a community that is investing in itself, that believes in its future. Or if I meet somebody and they show up 15 minutes late, that communicates something else. That communicates that they value their time more than they value my time. And these signals are not always 100% accurate. That person may not really believe that. They may have had a tough morning and I don't know about it. And they may not always represent a full view of reality because we don't know what else is happening in that community or if our company just has clean trucks and we suck at everything else we do. But overall, these signals are information that we are using all of the time to make judgments. Our brains take in so much information, they look for every shortcut they can get. And so these are some of the shortcuts that they use. So with that in mind, I wonder if you would think with me for just a minute about what signals your organization sends that you intend to, or maybe that you don't intend to, but they're just happening. Are there things or practices that you have as an organization that communicate trust, that communicate professionalism, that communicate care for your customer? Or are you doing things maybe that communicate that you're interested more in efficiency for your organization than satisfaction or ease of business for your customer? Are you doing things that communicate that you are focused on cost-saving measures to make sure you make as much money as possible? Or are you focused on things that make sure the experience your customer has is as enjoyable as possible? Those things don't always go together. Sometimes they do. But most of the time they don't. So what are these signals intentionally that you're sending or unintentionally that you're sending? That's what we're talking about this week on With Purpose. So as always on With Purpose, we want to take a minute and think about how this truly applies in our own organizations. To help you do this, we have created a planner specific to this episode. You can download it in the show notes. It's always there. So I hope you'll take a minute and find that. And then as you do, follow along because we're going to answer a couple questions. We're starting today where we usually start with gratitude. This last week has been a pretty tough one for me, but I had a couple people reach out and encourage me that I am so grateful for. And I know that there's things in your life that you're grateful for too. They're easy to glance over, but take a minute and write a few of them down right here. Next up, let's just list out those things that we don't want to do, but we're going to do this week. Get them done. So take a minute, look through your email, maybe scroll down to that one that's a month old that you haven't addressed yet. Put it on the list. You're going to take care of it this week. All right, so 2 questions to help you process this idea of signals or solid core doors in your organization or your life. First up, think about a recent decision you made around time, money, or resources. And not to second guess that decision, but what signal did that send to your team or customer? Was it intentional? Second question, looking forward into your week ahead, where is there a solid core door opportunity? A small, deliberate upgrade that costs relatively little but communicates a meaningfully higher standard of care or quality. Okay, so that's this week's episode of With Purpose. I think there's solid core doors all over our world. All sorts of opportunities we have to unconsciously signal to our clients, our people, that we care about them. So I hope you'll take advantage of thinking about that. I also hope you will join me again here next week. We're doing this every week. We're 22 episodes in this week. So we're really starting to cook here. We're getting our hang of this, and I hope that you're enjoying it. If you are, I hope you'll share it with your friends. Send them a text, send them an email, but let's get them on the With Purpose podcast train because I think we're building something pretty cool here. All right, we'll see y'all next week.